So, hi. Sierra was just talking about how she would accuse people of being witches back in the day.
100%. Out of sheer boredom.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's nothing to do back in the day. What else to do than to start a conspiracy and be like, hey, that girl's a witch?
Which was objectively true because people now have like a weird perception of how much people worked back in the day. People think that like people were just constantly slaving away and like doing hard labor. And like if you lived on a farm, you only did that for about half the year. And the other half of the year, it's just like either crops aren't growing because it's winter, or you already picked the crops and you're just waiting for like the next batch to grow. So you really have nothing to do but come up with conspiracies and accuse people of being witches. So
No, but I think that that's how a lot of those like old timey things started.
yeah.
Like Bigfoot, witches,
Yeah. You know,
conspiracies.
a lot of people think there is like a conspiracy, or like I guess more of like a theory, that the reason that the Salem witch trial started was because there was like an infection in the wheat and it drove people a little loony.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it
interesting.
had like a weird like effect on people's psyche.
Because it is weird how things like that can kind of start. Like I was thinking about how like okay, we had the eclipse recently, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Right? So back in the day, I'm like, okay, wait. So say you looked up at the eclipse without anything on, those people in the villages, their eyesight would
Blind,
all be
yeah.
wiped out. So they probably thought there was like a mass illness or something going on, and
Yeah, or
like
like God smiting
yeah,
them. I'd be like, we gotta sacrifice Betty to
yeah,
the sun
there's a curse
gods.
going on in the village.
It's over. You're a witch. Why? I don't know. You just have the vibes. You know what I mean? Bad vibes, bad aura. It's time to
But
sacrifice
if
you.
yeah, but like if somebody got me irritated in the village, I'd be like, hey, witch,
It was so easy to get revenge, especially like against like women, because you could just say anything. You could
literally
be like,
anything.
"Oh, she's a witch. Oh, infidelity, infidelity," and immediately it's like, "Oh, so she's also a witch? Yeah, she is. She actually is." It's so easy. Like, yeah, I say something about me, I'll call you a witch.
That's what you almost had to like be nice to everybody, I imagine.
Yeah.
You don't want to be accused of
No, you
anything. Because the
don't.
witches, don't they get like burned at the stake?
Yeah, either burned at the stake or drowned. So the test for witches was if they tie you up and throw you in a lake or like a pond, and if you float and survive, you're a witch, and if you drown, you're not. So either way, you die because if you're a witch, they'll burn you.
There's literally no way of getting out of that.
It's like pick your poison. Yeah, being burnt at the stake. What a way to go.
That is so crazy. Speaking of burning,
Speaking of burning,
speaking of burning, I have a bad like history with fire. Like just a bad track record. You know, like one time I did put metal in the microwave. I saw a free fireworks show in my microwave. Ended up having to get rid of that one.
oh my
I just forgot
god.
about it. Another time, my brother he burned off his eyelashes. You know, at the cottage, what else do you do? Let's screw up and do a lot of vodka. So, you know, we were gonna cook some meat, whatever. He was starting the barbecue. He started the barbecue with the lid down. So, you know, lights it up, whatever. He's leaving it to heat up, and then he lifts up the lid and just smoke. Smoke.
Like
Like out of a cartoon, he says. He was also drunk, but like out of a cartoon, he says.
that's so like Looney Tunes.
No, I know. So he comes in the cottage, right? And we're like doing some prep for the veggies and whatever. And he's so red. Daniela, he was so red. He looked like a lobster. And I'm like, oh my God, like how much did you drink? You know, because people get really, really red.
Yeah.
I get really, really red. And the closer he comes, I'm like, oh my God, he looks crispy. Like his arm, I saw his arm hair, and there was like the white, like speckled stuff from when it's like burnt, like it was like singed. His arm hair was gone.
I mean,
Upon closer inspection, his
come on.
eyelashes were like basically down to the nub.
A wax has nothing on that. You
And it
know what
was
I mean?
free.
And it was free.
And it was free. His hair at the top was crispy and singed. Like I gave it a ruffle. Like
And it
was,
has that little like texture.
yep, the arm hair was crazy though.
Oh
I
my
kid you
god.
not, it was like crispy. Oh my God, his eyebrows as well, crispy,
Oh my god. No,
crispy.
no, 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 no. I've had a couple incidents with fire, I'm not gonna lie. One time I was a kid and I was like at church and I was lighting candles. Because in Orthodox church, like they allow kids to do like way more. So like they would like ask the kids to either like take out the flames or put them up. And we were taking out all the flames, and I was like la 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 la, and I had this it's like this little metal cap, and you go around and you take the flame out, and I get a little too close, and I'm like, what a weird smell, and I look up and my hair's on fire.
Your hair was on fire?
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah. It was I was like, hmm.
So
And then
about that.
someone ran up to me and like started yelling because I didn't even notice.
Oh, that's insane.
I literally didn't
Was it like,
notice.
wait, so was it like a French
It was
freeze or
like
like,
here. It was kind of like here. I
oh, I see. I
remember.
didn't
It was just
notice.
it was like so. What a weird smelling candle. Yeah. Another time I burnt my eyelashes off directly
No.
in the middle. Like not down to a nub, but it was like because it's in the middle and that's where like your longest lashes are,
Right.
and it was like it was just it kind of looked empty.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had a mini bong, and
Which is legal here. Legal
legal in
here.
Canada.
Legal in Canada.
And I just like I honestly like I don't even really smoke like that, but I saw that it was like such a tiny little bong at the store, and I'm like, that is so cute.
You got
And
roped in.
honestly, like I bought it mainly for like I was either I bought it as a gag gift or like I don't remember what I was gonna do with it, but I was like, let me use it. Like this is kind of funny. And I went down to use it, and the flame just went directly up into my eye. But like, thank God that like my like instinct told me to close my eyes because could you imagine just like burning your cornea?
That's what I was gonna say. I can't believe your like actual eye wasn't affected in that
Literally
whole
nothing
ordeal.
happened.
Just the eyelashes.
Literally just the eyelashes, and I was like you know when you just have like a moment, you're like,
You gotta pause.
yeah, wait, what just happened? You're like, wait, what just happened? You're like, okay, I'm good, I'm good,
I'm good. That is so. There was just like a little like gap.
just a little space.
How long does that go on for?
Thankfully, like my like eyebrows, eyelashes, hair grow very fast, so like it was really only noticeable for maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
and then it just you know you can just kind of like fluff your eyelashes and
Brush
like
them out.
yeah,
Put mascara on
but
that.
it was so ridiculous.
I can't imagine your friends were probably like,
Yeah, I told my friends and they were like, girl, girl. But yeah, fire not something to be played with.
no, not literally or figuratively. Like, I got kicked out of my grade 11 art class. And one of the last pieces that I made, it was, and I'm not like a skilled drawer by any means. Do I enjoy drawing? Yes. I was in grade 10. I was in a grade 11 art class. We had to do like a drawing with like three different objects. Sorry, two different objects. One, it had to be a person. So it had to be like a portrait, and then there had to be two objects. So I did this woman. I'm gonna have to find photo proof. It's really bad. She was like sitting like cross-legged, kind of like she had one leg over the other one is bent underneath, and then she had like one arm over. She was mugging down,
You know, serving.
and then in the back, I did a window because I really wanted to play with different light values. So I had like this nice window coming in with this light, and then my third object was a candle, and I put the candle right in between her legs. So it was coochie on fire.
So what was the meaning behind that painting?
I didn't realize until after.
Oh, you didn't realize?
No, it wasn't like this wasn't me trying to screw around.
Oh, okay.
I genuinely like put it like that.
Why? What drove you to that?
I don't know. Paris is burning. Like I don't know. So I was shortly after kicked out, not because of that, completely unrelated incident.
Oh wow, many incidents in art class.
I just missed too much school. But yeah, the
Yeah.
the Kucha on Fire portrait, I think I still have it. Like I think I still have like
I would literally
piece.
love to see it.
I'll do what I can to find it.
I would love to see Gucci.
It's as bad as you imagine. Like it's the candle is literally like
okay. So if you're throwing a dinner party,
right,
you could invite anyone, living or dead. Who are you inviting?
Ooh, my dream dinner party rotation.
Dream dinner party rotation.
I feel like you got to get a cast of characters because I don't know. Okay, I got this. My first guest would be deceased, Edgar Allan Poe. He would be invited to the dinner party because I like to keep it a little spooky.
Yes.
He's very unpredictable. Maybe he'll recite some poems, some stories. He'll keep the girls entertained.
He's a good entertainer, I feel like.
Really
and he brings that good, like, spooky vibe.
Whimsical, spooky. Like 1 minute the dinner party could be good, the next could be really bad because he might just like pop a lid, you know. So definitely Edgar Allan Poe's in the rotation. RuPaul would have to be in the rotation.
That is so
RuPaul
good.
would have to be in the rotation because
it's a really good pick.
RuPaul turns the party.
Yeah,
RuPaul turns the party. I feel like he would make it very fun. I feel like interactions between him and Edgar Allan Poe would go crazy.
That would
Yeah, right?
I
That's
can't
an
even like
interesting
why.
dynamic.
Like I'm trying to think about that. That's crazy.
No, I know. My third dinner party guest, and they are fictional, Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls.
That's
I
a
want a,
great one.
I want a whole villain at my party.
This is such an interesting cast of characters.
Because I want the most amount of chaos possible. I don't want to go to a dinner party and have peace. I need them to be reminiscent of my family
Yeah,
gatherings, which are
yeah.
they always end in disaster. Um, due to just my family. But that's what I like to keep it chaotic. Will we make it
Those
home?
are all such good
Will they
picks.
blow up the mansion? I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Yeah, I think we're both envisioning the same thing, like a mansion, candlelit, long
Yeah.
oak wood table.
We're dressed to the
Yes,
nines.
dressed to the nines. We have like those big chairs with the long backs. We have like like all the place settings and like the
Yup.
fancy cutlery. I think we're imagining the same
Red
exact
wine
thing.
getting poured by the
Oh,
butler.
poured,
It's like,
poured.
yup.
I'm
That's my band of characters.
trying to think, who would I
I was
have?
gonna say, who would you have at your party? No, I'm so curious.
Number one, Nikola Tesla. Number one.
Interesting
I
pick.
read a little like biography about him, and he was so interesting. Like he was actually like such an eccentric guy. Like he was
Really?
just strange and funny, and like he spoke so many languages, and like those geniuses are like always drink a lot, so it'd just be fun. You know what I mean? And like I'd
Yeah.
love to ask him about like just his life and like I just feel like there aren't that many people just throughout the course of history who are that intelligent, and I would just love to talk to him, but also drink with him.
Yeah.
Second person. Mm, let me think, because I'm assigning it's like a seating chart in
Oh,
my
you're
head.
giving them seating
Yeah, yeah,
chart.
yeah, yeah. Second person, Pushkin. He was a poet in Russia, but he
Okay.
was like so dramatic and like angsty, and like he died in a duel. He died fighting in a duel.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know how the duel went down? Like, what type of duel was it?
It was a gun duel, and it
Okay.
was illegal at the time in St. Petersburg, so they weren't supposed to do it. But this guy was like talking about his woman.
Oh, what a
And
scandal.
it was such a scandal because I'm pretty sure like they were with each other,
Okay.
and he was like, "What are you saying? Duel me now." Anyway, he got shot, and a couple days later he died. But he was just so melodramatic, and he was a great poet. So I just like and he spoke like so many languages too. So it's just like, come on.
Oh my god, you got like a multilingual
No,
party.
yeah, of course you have to. um, oh, Anthony Bourdain.
Not familiar with that one.
He was like a chef, but he traveled around the world, and like you've probably seen some clips before.
Mm.
In like the 2000s, he went around the world and like just like tasted different food, and he like made um I guess like episodes about like places that he'd go to, but like from like a culinary standpoint.
That's cool.
Killed himself. But
Really?
this is like a very tragic dinner table, but like I don't
I
know.
was gonna say
The vibes are just, you know what I mean? Um, let me think of two more because I need a seating chart. Oh, what was her name? Hold on, I have a list.
we have a list.
Oh, Ching Shi, the most successful female pirate to ever
Oh, that's
live.
fun. That's
I
super
just feel like
fun.
she'd be so cunt. Like she'd just be so like who is that diva? You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
would just be so fun, and like I know she'd be that bitch.
You need
Like
feminine
it's
energy at
like
the
it's
party.
just like it really like come on. And my last person, he wouldn't drink. But Ibn Battuta, he was a traveler who he was just a wanderer, and he wrote about all of his travels. But he was Muslim, so he wouldn't drink. But I'd make him like a nice chai or something. And like he'd, but I feel like he'd have so much fun because he was also incredibly grumpy. Like there are records of him being a grump, and I just love that. Like for some reason that's so funny to me. Like you meet all these people, but you're always just kind of grumpy. Like I don't know why, but yeah, that'd be my dinner party.
That's such a good cast of characters.
Yeah.
Because they all have like all from different parts of the world, number one. They've all got very different lore, but they kind of all have almost a similar vibe.
They do. There's something like tragic about them. I don't know how Ibn Battuta died, but he would have so many stories because he traveled and wandered his whole life.
Right.
So like that would be like you could tell us endless stories.
Oh my god.
I feel like any of them could tell you like so many stories.
I wonder, okay, the pirate girl. I feel like maybe she'd do some looting at the scene.
Oh, definitely.
Like she would
definitely like steal the cutlery and she definitely would. But like
things here and there, those bottles of wine, gone.
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 So,
How do you think our dinner parties would interact? Say we had like one big massive party where we collided.
oh, that'd be crazy.
Edgar Allan Poe, I think, would fit right in.
Oh, right in.
Right in with the poets.
Right in with the
Right
poets
in.
and the tragics. Yeah.
The nonsense.
I
I don't know how RuPaul.
RuPaul's just such a character. I feel like RuPaul would really fit in with anybody.
Yeah, RuPaul can blend in with anybody.
Yeah, I just feel like
He's
RuPaul
such a
is
standout that he can get along with anybody.
Yeah,
Like he'd turn it up with the pirate girl. He'd be like, "Let me like."
I feel like they would get.
They
down.
would kiki.
They would get down.
They
oh
would
yeah,
kiki.
Anthony Bourdain too. He was kind of a diva.
Was he?
Yeah, he was always just like
love that.
smoking, drinking coffee. Like he was just. He was like kind of for the girls. I don't know how to describe that. You know, like sometimes this is such a weird thing to say, but sometimes some men, like public figures specifically, are just for the girls. Like I don't know how to describe it. They just they themselves don't have feminine energy, but they appeal to women.
It's
You
so
know what I
funny
mean?
you say that because I had another member on my dinner party list that I did forget.
Who was it?
Pedro Pascal. When you say for the girls,
That's
immediately. And
yes.
the reason why I would
Yeah.
want him at the party is any interview I've ever seen with him, I just love his energy. I'm obsessed with his energy, and I feel like he's seen enough of the world where he could interact, he keep the party.
Mm-hmm.
He's done so many different roles.
Mhm.
Obviously Gladiator too. Unrelated.
I've seen it. Really good.
But also, he's eye candy. You need eye candy at the party.
I mean, come on.
You need eye candy at the party.
It's Pedro Pascal. But
But-
he's like he doesn't have like he has like really like he's not feminine at all.
No,
But
no,
he
no.
has like he's for the girls.
You could his energy.
you
is
know,
for
like
the
he's I
girls.
feel like it would just be fun to hang out with him and like you'd always feel like safe and he'd just be like nice.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice and kind and like funny and nice to look
Understanding
at.
and nice to
You
look
know?
at. I don't know where Bill Cipher fits in with all of this.
Oh my god, Bill Cipher was hanging out with everybody.
You think so?
Yeah, everybody.
I mean, he's a mega villain.
He's a mega villain.
He's a mega villain.
No. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Some people are just for the girls.
Some people are for the girls.
Yeah. But Gladiator 2, getting a lot of heat right now.
What?
Because a lot of people are just saying it's like basically a remake of the first one.
Oh, okay.
But like,
okay.
I don't know. I think sometimes people okay, I think especially since like Letterboxd has become a thing, everybody is a critic. Everybody is a freaking critic, and maybe we should just enjoy movies and hot people.
I agree because some of my most favorite
You know-
watches, honestly, are things that I think a lot of people would give like if they were being like harsh critiques, they'd probably give it like a 5.
Yeah.
Like I think it's all about personal enjoyment, what
But
you get out of
also,
it.
it's fun. Have a little fucking fun. You know what I mean?
Stop
Like,
being pretentious.
there's just a bunch of hot people fighting each other. You know what I mean?
There's blood all over them.
There's
They're
like,
dueling. Like,
they're
what more do you
dueling.
want?
Girl, what do you want? There's a shit battle in the Colosseum. There's a rhino. What else do you want? Like, it's fun to watch. Like, not everything has to be serious and like, oh, it's not historically accurate. Are you a historian? Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who gives a rat's ass? Like,
Nobody.
nobody. Like, I don't know. Like, I honestly do think like sometimes like specifically because everyone's like such a freaking critic now. Like, people can't just enjoy fun movies. Like, not
No.
everything has to be an amazing movie. Not everything has to be a 10 out of 10 on Letterboxd and Rotten Tomatoes. Like, sometimes you could just watch a fun movie. And I like Gladiator because it was a fun fighting movie.
I'm
Who
excited
cares
to
if it
watch
was
it.
like basically the first one? I don't care. It was fun to watch.
I think we need to bring back campness. We need to bring back having fun.
For example, I honestly like I haven't seen a modern equivalent of this, but Angelina Jolie used to be in a lot of pretty mid movies. You know what I mean? Like, they're not plot, but it's Angelina Jolie. And she's doing actiony stuff and it's fun.
It's fun. And
It's
you're gonna
fun.
watch it.
It's fun. It has, you know, quick, witty dialogue. She's looking 10 out of 10. And there's just fun action going on. What else do you really need?
No, I know. Sometimes it's unfortunate because I almost feel like sometimes I'll watch something and then I'll go online and I'm like, oh my god, let's find the community of people. Like, what are they saying?
Mhm.
And people are absolutely dogging it. I'm not saying I'm not saying like don't have your opinions and whatever, but sometimes I'm just like, why can't we just everything doesn't have to be like a review.
But
Sometimes I
like,
just
not
wanna watch and
everything's that
enjoy.
serious, you
No,
know?
I know.
Like, not, like, I don't know, like, again, like, Angelina Jolie was in so many movies that were just like, like, if it was anybody else, I would just be like, okay. But it's her. And it's just fun to watch because of that. And I feel like, I can't really think of a modern equivalent where people just kind of like just have like it's like fun. Like it doesn't have to be good, and no one's expecting it to be like a 10 out of 10. But it's just a fun movie to
No, they're
watch with
just
your
going for like
friends.
a good journey.
Yeah,
They're just going for a good
they're
vibe.
going. They're going. It's for fun.
Yeah, like I watched the. I was telling you this the other day, but I watched the Jack Black Christmas movie that just
Oh
came out. I
yeah.
think it's either Dear Santa or Dear Satan. I can't
Hmm.
remember which title, but it's a holiday movie. But it was fun. I watched it with my family, and we really enjoyed it. Jack Black is always really funny, so
Always,
I feel
yeah.
like you can't go wrong with Jack Black. But I mean, it's not like I don't know. It's not like it's not the Titanic, but it's not
Hmm.
supposed to be. It's
So it's
just
supposed to
it's a
be.
fun, campy Christmas movie, which it was actually really funny.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Like that's the thing though. Like not everything has to be
I don't want to think about everything I watch.
amazing.
Hot take, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't want to.
Sometimes I want to turn my brain off. Like that's like
Monkey brain.
monkey brain.
I want to
Yeah.
monkey
Like
brain
that's
it.
kind of like what reality TV. You're not expecting like amazing, stellar, groundbreaking information or
Existential crisis.
groundbreaking visuals. It's just fun. It's just fun.
No, I know. I want to.
Like I really liked. I didn't think I would like this. Glenn Powell, you're kind of growing on me. I'm not gonna lie. I watched. I think was it called Hitman? Something along those lines. It came out this summer. I'm gonna put it here. And it was just him like dressing up in different like he had like so many different like get ups because he was always pretending to be somebody else.
Okay.
And it was just entertaining. And he had like this actress was the other lead of the movie, and it was just fun. They were quirky, and it was funny and romantic and a little sexy, and he was always dressing up. It was just fun. It was a fun movie. It
It
was
sounds like
fun.
good vibes.
It wasn't amazing, but it was fun. And I didn't think I'd like it. I was like, when I watched it, I was like, wait, Glenn Powell.
Kind of feeling it.
I was like, maybe I was a little too harsh on you.
Sometimes I feel like I don't know. People can have just like an off movie, maybe,
Yeah.
or like maybe I don't know.
I didn't even think anything in particular of him. I was just like,
Just didn't necessarily care.
yeah, I was
But,
just like,
okay,
whatever.
that's
But
fair.
then I watched it, I was like, wait, why are you so charismatic?
So can't be so fun.
Yeah, why are you so charismatic? I don't know. I feel like a lot of male actors used to be way more charismatic. And now they're just,
Yeah.
everyone's like, I think there's like a big vibe in being like nonchalant, being cool.
I think it has to do with
Mysterious.
the non mysterious, not like other girls. I'm sorry. But that, and I also think I think it is tied in with media training. I think a lot of people are very scared to kind of go
Oh,
outside of their media training box, especially when they're that mega fame,
you're
because they don't want to be
right.
canceled.
Yeah.
They could just like I don't know. That's my hot take for the day.
I would say just media training in general. I feel like way less actors who are coming up now get media training, like actual media training.
Okay, the up and
Yeah.
coming ones, yes. I think like anybody who's in their 40s,
I
50s,
definitely
they're
got it.
still
Yeah.
they're still on lock. But I know I always see like super fun interviews from like actors that are like really young teens or like young adults, and like
I
they're
would
not
say
afraid to get into it.
even like mid-20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I feel like a lot of like the upcoming actors and like who've already like gotten really big, like they didn't have media training. Like you can just kind of tell.
I
Like
kind of like that better
I kind
though.
of like that too. But I think sometimes people like who are naturally shy or like they like don't really want to be in the public light. Like it doesn't translate very well. Like I don't know. Like for example,
Ooh.
like Chappell Roan. Yeah,
Chaperone.
a lot of people are like, "Oh, she's a bitch," and I'm like, I don't think she's a bitch.
I think she just has boundaries.
I think she has
And I
boundaries.
think you have to set boundaries.
But the thing is, like, could you imagine, like, if she just wasn't like a singer, like coming up to somebody and like recording them with like without their consent is weird, and like you would tell them to like f off,
What's crazy? Or like you're out to dinner with friends, maybe family. You're just trying to enjoy it like anybody else, and you have like lineups of people coming to
Yeah,
ask you for a
constantly
photo.
coming up to you. Yeah,
Because people still deserve to live their lives as organically
yeah,
as everybody else.
absolutely.
Like,
But yeah, like it's so weird that people are like, "Oh, she's a bitch," and I'm like, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Also, like, because I heard a couple of her songs this summer, but I didn't really I didn't realize who she was. I was just like, oh, that's like a nice song. I really only saw her like for the first time, like actually like a video of her from like one of those videos of her like being like back up or
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm just like a publicity girl.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
know.
doing the thing.
And like you're setting boundaries immediately. Nobody can play with you. I love that.
No, I know. Because then she sets the tone. Because then other people like. I feel like sometimes when you let people cross that boundary, a lot of people are like, oh, let's cross once, we can
Hmm.
do it again.
Yeah, and it just
She
keeps
set the
going. She
tone.
said it immediately.
Yeah. But
Um,
what's it called? This is kind of like off topic, but I have to bring this up. Black Friday. I miss Black Friday.
you miss Black
I
Friday?
miss Black Friday. I miss watching people fight over flat screens. Like I remember back in the day, my mom literally had like an age limit. Like
Hmm.
you had to be a minimum age to come Black Friday shopping. My brother,
Yeah.
he's older than me. So he got to experience the Black Friday before I did. And it was like it was elite. Like you were running for lines, people were genuinely
Yeah.
fighting. Like bring it back.
That's not a thing anymore. I think
Ugh.
also specifically because the deals aren't that good anymore.
Black Friday deal is literally like a regular sale now.
It's literally like it's barely a sale. Like it's really not worth it. That's why you don't really see like Black Friday craziness anymore. Because like okay, if you're getting 50% off of like a TV or a camera, that's really good.
I'd fight for it.
I'd fight for
I
it.
understand why people are slapping each other
Yep.
because if I see a TV that's like $600 off, I don't fight, but I fight today.
I'll fight today.
I fight today.
I remember the first time I ever found out what Black Friday was because I feel like I don't know when I didn't really know what it was until I lived in the United States and I was
Mm.
about like 9 or 10 years old and I remember seeing a video and I'm like, what's happening? Like I didn't really understand the concept. I was like, I don't really understand why people are fighting over things that you can buy at the store. And then like I watched I don't know if you ever saw these videos when you were a kid, the people of Walmart.
Oh my god,
You remember
yes,
that?
I do actually. Oh my god, I've thought about that in years.
I remember seeing those videos.
Videos, I thought it was like pictures. I remember
It was pictures,
Okay,
but
okay.
yeah, but like specifically like Walmart had the craziest Black Fridays.
In the wildest people I feel like would attend those Black
Yeah,
Fridays.
Best Buy, Walmart, Target. We used to I don't think a lot of people know this, but Target isn't in Canada anymore.
No, I miss Target.
We had well not we, Target had that whole thing where they like leaked everyone's credit card information. It was either leaked or stolen or whatever. And after that they kind of became unprofitable in Canada. But
Yeah.
nobody in the States cared.
No, the closest we've gotten to a Black Friday event actually I think happened at Target when Stanley did their collab for this one specific cup. It was either a collab or it was just a specific colored cup. It went viral on TikTok and the girls were I remember saw a video of people fighting over the Stanleys.
Oh, the pink one.
The pink one.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember.
But people that's the closest we've gotten to a Black Friday brawl was fighting over Stanley cups.
Oh my god. I kind of miss Target.
I do too. You could it kind of gave like I don't know if it was like Marshall's vibes, but like sometimes you could just find that one-off thing.
It was just kind of like yeah,
Those
I get what you
vibes.
mean. It kind of did have like a Marshalls vibe, but like a little I don't know, it was just almost like an activity to go.
It was.
You know, like it's not the same when you go to Walmart, it just feels like depressing and like corporate and I'm like, oh, consumerism. But when I'm like at Target, I'm like, ooh, consumerism. Like,
No,
oh my
I
god, look at this
know.
cup, look at this candy, look at this blanket, you know?
Everything in Target felt cutesy.
It did. That's a good word.
Target had like a specific vibe. I don't know what it was about like what they would sell, but like it felt more curated.
Also,
I
I
don't know.
think it might be the lighting. I don't know if you remember or whatever, but like in Walmart, the lighting is always a little colder, and in Target, it will always be a little warmer.
Yeah, wait, you're so right. I also
Yeah.
think that probably maybe had to do with the color because I remember in Target, I think they always did cream floors, and I think the surrounding walls were
Yes.
red, like
Mhm.
the accent stuff. Whereas in Walmart, it feels very like
It feels kind of old.
it feels like the back
colder
rooms.
than
Like
yes.
they got the cement floor from what I remember, gray cement floor,
Yeah.
and then like the blue
Yeah, it's like the blue and the white versus like the cream and the red.
cream
It
and
makes
the
a
red.
really big difference.
No, it actually does. Like
yeah.
I walk in, I'm like, I feel like I gotta look over my shoulder. I'm like, am I in the back rooms?
Like, oh, what's happening right now?
But you know what? We're not in the back rooms today.
no,
We're
we're
not
not.
in the back rooms today.
We're in my living room actually.
Another day.
Another $1, hopefully.
Oh my god. Until we're employed again, you'll see us here next week.
You will, yeah. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna go change my shirt.
No worries. I know I'm trying to figure out. I might put on my. That was a good episode.
That was a good
I
episode.
like the vibes.
I think we talked about a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, we got some good coverage.